The newly elected president of Argentina, his name is Javier Milei, and he is vowing to take a chainsaw to their system as, speaking of our economy being in the tanks, Argentina's economy plunging deeper into crisis with inflation in the triple digits and poverty soaring. My next guest congratulated Milei on his election win, saying, quote, "Now the hard part begins." And yes, it does. Let's bring in 2024 Republican presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy. Vivek, good to see you. Iowa looks cold.
It's good to see you. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great,
chilly.
Vivek. Yeah, you know, you talk a lot about reining in the regulators here, big government here. Does Milei's victory in Argentina give you hope that sentiment worldwide might be shifting?
I do think it's shifting. I think that people have had enough of socialism or the socialism knockoffs like we have here in the United States, and recognize that bureaucracy is an enemy to any republic. It's an enemy in Argentina, and I think that's something that Milei looks like he's ready to take on. That's the core of my domestic platform, is shut down those federal bureaucracies. That's how you revive the economy. That's how you liberate the potential of a democratic country like the United States. And so I do think that this is more than just partisanship, and it's transnational as well. I think much of the modern West has fallen prey to the throes of bureaucracy. Time to liberate the West, and I think that's happened in Argentina, and I think it needs to happen in the United States.
He wants to get rid of the central bank in Argentina.
Look, I think that he's going to have to take some extreme measures when you have a country that's faced 125% year-on-year inflation, used to be in the top 10 economy in the world, now is floundering. So I wish him well on taking the steps he needs to there. What I've said in this country is we need to significantly rein in the Federal Reserve, 90% headcount reduction, and restore a single mandate of stabilizing the U.S. dollar as a unit of measurement. Peg it to a basket of commodities, gold, silver, nickel, agricultural and farm commodities. That's how I'd do it here. But in both places, significant change is absolutely needed to unlock the economy. 90%
headcount reduction at the Fed. All right, we don't have much time. Yeah. Nikki Haley, is a competitor, she wants to ban TikTok. TikTok's parent company is based in China. Nikki Haley says teenagers will understand if you ban TikTok. Watch here, Vivek.
I think what we need to do is we need to be honest with them. You know, it's an app that actually goes and has access to your contacts, to your financial information, to your camera, to your recorder, to everything. It's infiltration. I think young voters, when you tell them the truth, they will understand.
Infiltration and indoctrination, you're a parent, but I don't think you buy that argument, Vivek.
Well, I prefer to get to the truth and the root cause rather than the virtue signaling of a standard career politician. The answer is the real problem is the forced data technology transfer to the CCP. That doesn't just apply to TikTok. It applies to American companies in Silicon Valley as well. And this is the problem with career politicians who learned what they're learning about the tech sector yesterday. You got to actually get to the root cause. Even companies like Airbnb are turning over private U.S. user data to the Chinese Communist Party as a basis for doing business there. Get to the root cause, end that practice. That's actually how you stand up to China rather than cheap virtue signaling here at home.
Airbnb denies that, though.
Well, actually, this is a hard Wall Street Journal reporting. Yeah. You could look at this a couple of years ago. I've written about it in my book, and you know, even the founder of Airbnb and one of the co-founders was quoted by the Wall Street Journal as saying it's not our job to look after American interests. And by the way, ByteDance and TikTok deny it too, so it's worth noting that for the fact as well. But my point is this goes far beyond just one company. It's a deeper issue across technology companies and really many other kinds of companies in the United States. I've written about that in my books. I know that Nikki Haley and DeSantis and others have read that and taken their talking points from it. But you need a president who understands the root cause to address it.
You are crisscrossing the country. You're getting your message out. You're on, I believe, 3 events already in Iowa today. How's it going? What are you hearing from people on the ground? Is there excitement? What's the latest?
A lot of excitement on the ground. I think that we've been up to the fire code in the last couple of events. We had 6 events yesterday, 6 more today.
Wow.
One of the things that encourages me about being in Iowa is I get really strong questions from the people who are just on the ground, showing up at these town halls. I mean, earlier today and yesterday, multiple questions about central bank digital currencies, about the future of AI and AI policy. Absolutely. And multiple places. It's not just a one-off. And so in many cases, I get better questions even from the print media reporters that show up, better questions actually from the people who show up on the ground, the farmers, the everyday Iowans at these events. And so I think there's a reason why states like Iowa go first. There's no social media algorithms or TV screens distorting those in-person conversations. And one of the things we're seeing is many of the people coming to my events have never participated in a caucus or haven't done so in recent history. That's actually, I think, portends really well for us. And so we're on track to deliver what I think will be a real surprise in how we do here in Iowa. It's going to propel us to the rest of the race, and I feel very good about it.
We wish you luck, Vivek. Good to see you. Thank you for the time.
It's good to see you. Thank you.